This is a very special video kasi na-realize ko na guys, UPCAT season na naman. Marami sa inyo magta-take ng UPCAT. So I made this video especially for those people who are going to take the UPCAT. Kung ano nga ba yung mga secrets na tinatago sa atin ng mga upperclassmen. First of all, if you are new to this channel, I am Liz. I am from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and I am a 4th year student. And I also took my UPCAT during 2016, and I've gathered so much tips and tricks throughout the years. For 4 years, sobrang dami ko nang narinig na UPCAT stories, na pagdaanan ko na lahat yan. So without further ado, let's get started! Okay guys, so I am going to segment this video into 2 parts. The first part is before the UPCAT, and next is during the UPCAT. So first of all, we talk about ano nga mang gagawin nyo? Ano na? How do you study for the UPCAT? I have here a few tips and tricks that I have gathered throughout my studying process. Pati na rin sa mga friends ko who are also from the University of the Philippines who took the UPCAT. First of all, only review concepts. Do not force yourself to learn things. Kasi guys, yung UPCAT, it only measures how good you are at taking exams. It does not measure your intelligence. This is not an IQ test. So you don't have to force yourself to learn things na hindi nyo talaga maintindihan. Kasi guys, sayang yung time nyo. Number 2, to know your strengths and your weaknesses. This means, for example, if you're good in English but you're not good in math, maybe when you're studying, you can focus more on math-related questions rather than English-related questions para ma-maximize nyo yung studying capacity nyo. And number 3 is to know the test composition. Basically, guys, the UPCAT is composed of 4 things. Number 1 is language proficiency, which has 70 items in 40 minutes. Science proficiency, 60 items, 50 minutes. Mathematics, 60 items, 75 minutes. And reading comprehension, 60 items and 50 minutes. So using that, mas magigets nyo kung paano nga ba yung system kapag nag-answer kayo ng exam. Para when you answer on the spot, hindi kayo nagugulat na, oh shit, it's too fast. So basically, you have to keep that test composition in mind. So tip number 4. Practice answering questions under time pressure. Because based on the test composition that I gave, guys, sobrang time pressuring talaga nung UPCAT. As in, it's not the same type of structure that you would have when you're in a classroom setting. Kasi super bilis and fast-paced. Each question, you should not spend more than 1 minute. So, kapag nag-e-exam, ano bang pwede mong gawin? For example, you answer it chronologically, tas merong question doon na hindi mo talaga kayang sagutin, you just skip it and start with the easier questions. And then, after you answer that section, you go back to it and answer mo na yun. Next is, learn how to make educated guesses. When you make an educated guess, it's important to know that UPCAT is a multiple choice type of exam. So, marami kang pwedeng gawing tips and tricks for eliminating, kunwari A, eliminating B. So, you're only left with around 1 or 2 choices. So, elimination makes it easier for you to guess what is the right answer. So, UPCAT also is a right minus 1/4 wrong, and you are not penalized for not answering questions. So, statistically, it's better for you guys to make educated guesses rather than to leave questions blank. Kasi mas higher yung chances nyo of getting the right answer. Tapos, for example, hindi nyo talaga kayang mag-educate guess. Na sinasabi sa akin sa mga review centers. For example, marami kang questions or like you have 10 questions na sobrang hirap talaga na you can't, like, for the life of you, you can't make an educated guess. Leave that blank. And then after that section, lahat ng 10 questions na yun, sagutan mo ng isang letter lang. Huwag mo siyang sasagutan ng hula ng random. Better and higher chance of getting the right answers if you answer all the questions that you do not know with just 1 letter. That's a secret that they do not tell you. Next, we go into how do you study for the UPCAT. Kasi guys, ito talaga yung pinakamahirap na part. Honestly, madali lang mag-exam, pero ang pinakamahirap ay mag-aral. So, we first have to take into consideration yung sinabi ko before. The UPCAT is consisted of 4 subtests. The first one is language proficiency. Vocabulary, your synonyms, your antonyms. You have your spelling, correct usage, and grammar. So, paano mag-aaral for language proficiency? First of all, you practice your subject and verb agreement. You can download subject-verb agreement exams online, and then you just check yourself. And number 2, this is what I did when I was studying for UPCAT. I have a small booklet. As in, super liit lang niya. And yung small booklet na yon, gagawin ko is magsuscroll ako sa dictionary. And if I encounter a new word, I would write it down on the small notebook and then I would put its meaning. Tapos sometimes when I have free time, nagsuscroll lang ako dun sa little booklet na yun. Next is to read articles. Huh? Anong cares mo sa articles? Yung mga articles na to and yung mga books na to are very important kasi dito ka rin makakakuha ng mga words. What I used to do before was, for example, I would read a book or I would read a novel, and if I don't understand the meaning of that word, ini-encircle ko siya, tapos search ko sa dictionary, tapos lalagay ko sa small notebook ko. Next naman is yung reading comprehension. Sa reading comprehension, it's different sa language proficiency because you're asked to read a passage. As in, for example, they're gonna ask you to read a poem, or they're gonna ask you to read an essay, a comic strip, as in anything under the sun. Tapos after that, papa-analyze nila sa'yo. Like, for example, anong meaning ng passage na binasa mo? So, medyo mahirap mag-study for that. Kasi the only way you can study for that is to actually always read every day. So, what I usually do before answering the reading comprehension part is, tinitignan ko muna yung questions. Always read the question first before answering because it will give you an idea on what you will look for when you read the passage para naman hindi masayang yung time nyo. Okay? And also, you can use a lot of reading techniques. Ang example na dyan is yung skimming and scanning. Skimming is when you read a text very fast just to get the whole grasp and the whole gist of it. Important to, for example, sa mga essay questions, to sa mga poems, when they're just generally asking you what the whole theme of the poem is. Next is you can scan. Scanning is important for stories, for example. Yung mga stories na mag-a-ask sila for a specific character or a specific item that they're looking for in the passage. Next, yung Filipino part. Dito maraming nahihirapan. So, ang pwede mong gawin for the Filipino part is mag-read ka ng mga Filipino vocabulary and have also a small notebook for the Filipino part. Tapos, maglagay ka rin ng mga words in Filipino na hindi mo maintindihan dun sa small notebook na yun. The science is considered of your earth sciences, your biology, your chemistry, and your physics. Usually, guys, ang pinaka-onting composition dito is physics. Because the assumption is that you usually take physics during your 4th year. You're gonna take the UPCAT during like the middle or the first part of your senior year, kaya hindi na nila dinadamihan yung physics part. So for the science part, how do you study for this? Number 1, make flashcards. Gawa kayo ng flashcards and remember the terms and concepts. Meron akong ginagamit na app. It's called Quizlet. Quizlet is ano lang siya. Basically on your mobile device na siya, just on your phone. Para you don't have to keep writing because that's time consuming din. Number 2, use significant numbers. Next is to use mnemonics. Pwede nyo gamitin yung mnemonics, for example, sa mga classification of things. Gumamit kayo ng mnemonics kasi super helpful yun, guys. But if, for example, yung most hardness scale, may mga mnemonics for that. And you can just search it in the internet. Di ko rin na-discuss kasi lahat talaga. Pwede nyo namang i-search. Okay, next is the math part. Sis, ito talaga yung sis, ang hirap niya sa UPCAT. So, the math part is composed of your algebra, yung mga real number, inequalities, yung solving equations. Next is yung statistics. Ang important dito, lagi lumalabas, probability, permutation. Like, for example, if you roll a dice, what's the probability of you getting this? And geometry, tatanong sa inyo yung mga volume, area, perimeter. Next is trigonometry, ratios. Also, yung mga similar triangles, kasama yan sa trig. So, ito yung pinakamahirap na part. So, mas marami akong tips dito sa math. This is based on yung compilation nung review centers ko, ha. Number 1 sa math, just revisit your lessons from grade 7 to 12. So, if you have your notebooks or your exams before, mag-skim-skim lang kayo doon. Tapos, kapag kunwari may concept kayong hindi nyo maalala, doon kayo mag-start. So don't start on concept that you know. Start studying for concepts that you do not know or you do not remember. Number 2 is start with the basics. Polish nyo yung long arithmetic skills nyo kasi kakailanganin nyo yun. Next is to always answer in lowest terms. Next is you can use a cheat sheet. Hindi to cheat sheet as in dadalhin nyo sa exam ha. Cheat sheet as in, for example, go to Google and you can search, for example, algebra cheat sheets. For example, mag-aaral kayo, pwede kayong magkaroon ng algebra cheat sheet. Ayan o, nakalagay na dyan yung mga sum, inequalities. Yan. That's basically just a whole compilation of all the formulas you need for algebra, statistics, geometry, trigonometry. Just print it out and yun yung i-memorize nyo. But, guys, important sa math, don't practice through memorizing. So, ang ginagawa ko sa math nun, pag nag-aaral ako ng math, for example, today, I'm gonna focus on algebra. Mag-a-answer lang ako ng a bunch of questions on algebra. Tapos kapag hindi ko masagutan, I go back to YouTube and maghanap ako ng YouTube tutorial on it. Next is, when you're answering, try working backwards. For example, hindi nyo talaga magets or hindi nyo alam yung solution, try nyo i-substitute yung mga numbers dun sa multiple choice. And then after that, kapag nakuha nyo na yung answer, yun, that's the right answer. So basically, that's it for studying the UPCAT. Next naman is when you're ready. Ito na yun, during the UPCAT. Ano na sis? So, nag-study ka na and everything, ready ka na, may route, ganun, paano na? First of all, arrive 30 minutes before the exam. Next is, bring small sweets. Ang dinala ko before ay flat tops. Kasi favorite ko yung flat tops. Tapos, kwento ko lang, nag-CR ako. Tapos, may girl doon. Tapos, siya pala yung katabi ko. Tapos, sabi niya sa katabi niya, guys, ang ingay naman ng katabi ko. Kain ng flat tops. Tapos, ako yun. Sisi, ang hiya ako. Pero anyway, yun. Try na lang to bring sweets na hindi masyadong maingay. Yung flat tops, sobrang ingay, guys. Nakakahiya. Ano lang, candy lang. Just to keep you awake. Next is don't drink too much water. Kasi, nung nag-exam ako noon, naalala ko sa Melcher Hall pa yun sa auditorium. Tapos katapat ko yung aircon. Eh pag nilalamig ako, naiihi ako. During the exam, bawal umihi. Kaya don't drink too much water kasi hindi kayo papaiihin talaga. Relax. Relax. When you're there, nakaka-intimidate kasi sobrang daming tao, tapos makikita mo sila. Para may mga tao pang nagdadala ng reviewer. You just do you, focus on you. Basta remember that UPCAT is not a measure of your intelligence. It is not a measurement of who you are as a person. Tsaka guys, if you don't pass the UPCAT, you do not have to fret kasi there are so many ways for you to get inside the university without passing UPCAT. And my next video is gonna focus on that. Na paano na, for example, if hindi ka nga pumasa ng UPCAT. So basically, that is it for studying UPCAT and getting ready for UPCAT. If you have any more questions, just feel free to comment down below because I'm very active. Sasagutin ko yan lahat, guys. Kasi I know how you feel. I've been there in that position. Sobrang pressured ko. Sobrang kinakabahan ako kung anong gagawin ko. And wala akong ate or kuya to guide me at that time. Kasi hindi naman sila nag-take ng UPCAT. Lilink din down ako on mga Google Drives on practice mock exams. Okay guys, if you have any more questions, just feel free to comment down in the section box below. So thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up para naman makagawa pa ako ng more content. And if you want to keep updated, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because every week I will be posting more videos. So thank you for watching my video. If you are gonna take the UPCAT, good luck. I believe in you. You've got this. Okay?